Okay, sir.
Hey, you alright?
How you doing? Alright.
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank
Oh,
you.
a lot of yous today. What's going on? What's the emergency?
We've just come to see what you've been up to.
What I've been up to?
Yeah.
Is that an emergency?
Well, you know you're not supposed to be filming out.
Pardon?
You're not supposed to be
Turn on the
filming.
body warmth.
Oh, yeah, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. Which means I'm not allowed to be recording out here. Come on.
So, mate, if you have a look behind you, there's a
Yep.
couple of signs obviously saying it's a prohibited place.
Yeah, inside.
The new National Security Act 2023.
Yeah.
So under section 4, you're not allowed to film, so it counts as inspecting a protected place. And filming comes under inspection.
Inside the
Yeah,
property.
yeah.
I've not been outside. I've not been outside the property at any point whatsoever.
The cameras have said they've seen you outside.
I've been outside, yeah, but I've been filming a lot of things. There's been loads of people taking pictures about here, so not just me. But yeah, I still don't see what warrants the emergency response though.
It's because it's what it is, you know, obviously where it is, what it is, there's a risk. So if they see people filming outside, say yourselves in multiple cameras,
Right.
potentially filming entrance and
The encounter begins calmly outside a secure government facility. The cameraman greets the officers politely, matching their tone. Yet the moment they mention the National Security Act 2023, the energy changes. The officers explain that filming the building is now considered a potential inspection under the new law. The cameraman, standing outside public fencing, insists he's done nothing wrong. The polite exchange starts to tighten. This isn't curiosity anymore. It's the start of a confrontation about rights and
you
authority.
have to shut the place down.
Well, they don't have
Make
to.
sure they do.
Not necessarily. No, that's up to them. It's not like.
It's
You know what I
because
mean?
of
Like-
you being there, so that is what warrants the emergency.
That's the
Yeah.
way it works.
No, it doesn't. Like, listen, like, it's a bit over the top. Come on, you know this. You know what I mean? Like,
Obviously, I'm guessing you're like an auditor.
pardon?
I'm guessing, are you an auditor?
You think I'm an auditor?
Yeah.
What's an auditor?
So someone that sort of goes around police buildings or sort of other buildings of interest and sort of try and get police to sort of come and engage with them. Obviously, some
So-
do it for different reasons.
By that definition, then no. No, I'm not
So,
an auditor.
obviously, you don't have
Right.
to tell me. Obviously, you're probably well versed in sort of your rights.
Yes.
Obviously, you don't have to tell me. Are you like filming for anything? Are you like filming for like a program, college?
Yeah,
something like that,
I'm
or you
filming for my YouTube channel.
just- YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And what is your YouTube channel?
But it doesn't really make any difference, does it?
I'm just a bit curious. Obviously,
Yeah, no, I understand. But just it doesn't make any difference, really, does it? Do you guys mind identifying yourself, please?
Yeah, there you go, Davies.
Can you read that, please?
Oh, there it is.
Can you verbalise it? I may not be able to see it.
Easy, Davies.
Pacey Davis, sorry, and your number? Sorry again, can you verbalise that for me, please?
1609,
And where are you based out of?
just down the road in Brixton.
Brixton Police Station.
What's your unit?
Right, okay, and you guys, if you don't mind identifying yourself, please.
Yeah, I'm PC Hopkin, 1616AS, also from Brixton.
Brixton, and yourself, sir.
obviously everything you need is on show 1148 AS.
And your name?
PC Botway.
And you're also Brixton, right, okay.
Obviously you don't have to tell us, you probably won't tell us, you might tell us. How long are you going to be here filming for?
How long am I going to be here for?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
filming the building.
I don't.
Tension rises as one officer declares that the location is a prohibited place. The cameraman questions the logic, calmly asking why a full emergency response, sirens, multiple officers, is necessary for a man with a camera. The officers mention risk factors, hinting that filming near sensitive sites automatically triggers police attention. The tone is firm but defensive. What began as a question about filming now becomes a debate about overreaction and proportionality.
Oh, like,
So obviously we can't go in and out and like everything we've been told.
I understand, yeah.
Obviously, filming and taking pictures in itself isn't sort of a bad thing or suspicious.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Obviously,
He's
what-
pointed to that and said that I was under threat of arrest a minute ago.
So if you let me finish,
Come on, man,
I'll
let-
like put all the way through. And then
Yeah.
So what
Go
I'm
on.
saying is, filming and sort of taking pictures. Obviously, it's London. A lot
Yeah.
of people take pictures and photos and all sorts of stuff. Obviously, tourists or just people that live here and just sort of like the architect or like the way buildings are shaped, etc.
Yeah.
The only reason why we're here is because obviously you've been sort of watched on CCTV, sort of filming into it, potentially sort of looking in, trying to see what's behind it and stuff. Which obviously
Okay.
I like, and again, obviously you can sort of film that as well, just on obviously that's on your record as well for next time.
Okay.
It's all about sort of prevention, isn't it, as well?
Well, prevention of what? Right.
All sorts
Well, you know I've got a YouTube channel, yeah? You asked me
Yeah,
if I
only 'cause you told me,
you
yeah.
asked me if I was
Obviously,
auditing.
when we're coming,
You asked
obviously
me-
when people are watching
Okay.
CCTV, they can't tell, oh, this guy got a YouTube channel until police
Okay.
come and speak.
But
Which
you
is
know
what we
that.
do.
But you know that.
I
You know that.
Yeah, only
Your
now,
colleagues know that.
because you told me that.
Okay.
I can't read minds, unfortunately.
Okay.
I know we're the police,
Yeah.
but we don't know everything.
So-
We can't read minds.
Right, I'm going to need the CAD number for the call.
Yeah, you can get the card.
But I still want to know, like, what was the allegation on the call? Because, like, 2 police cars, 4 police officers, blue lights on for someone recording a building.
So I can explain that because I spoke to security.
Yeah.
They said you're filming over the fence, and at one point you
Over
put it
the fence?
through- you put it through, like you travel through the gate to film inside.
No.
So then you want,
So,
I can only go on what they tell
so
me.
first and foremost, have you seen how high the fences are here?
I mean, they're talking about the
So-
security gates. Obviously, there's gaps in it, and so they've said that you put it through
Through
the gaps.
So you think?
I can only go on what they tell me.
Hold on,
I'm
hold on.
just going
Right,
on what they
let's
tell me.
use the power of deduction. Let's see how good
for
your
it, go for
detective
it.
skills are. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
You think that I was able to fit this phone and this gimbal through the gaps in these fences?
We could take the phone out of the gamble and just stick it through.
What
All
was
I've
he-
heard is
Right,
the
so-
phone filming's gone
Right, okay.
through.
Show me where I could have done that.
Oh, it's through the gates.
Wouldn't it
Show
be
me.
this?
Oh, on the camera.
Yeah, show me where I could have
You
done
can see
that
on the gates, there's gaps because it's one of those gates
Right,
that opens.
okay.
There's the hinges and the gaps.
So-
we're not going to go around
Right.
to film it because that's not
So
right.
what I'm going to tell you is that's a false allegation. So somebody's made a false report to the police, which is a criminal offence.
Conversation takes a turn when an officer accuses him of being an auditor, someone who films police to test accountability. The cameraman plays it neutral, neither confirming nor denying. He states simply that he's filming for his YouTube channel. The officer's curiosity grows, but so does their suspicion. They identify themselves, each from Brixton Police Station, but their professional politeness can't mask the unease. The camera captures every hesitation, every glance, showing the delicate balance between authority and restraint.
The gaps.
I
So
can
it's
only
not
go on what
that.
they tell me.
Yeah, well,
I
it's a
haven't
false
seen you do it,
allegation.
but I can only go
So
on what they
are you going to act without fear or favour? You're going to investigate that?
Okay, that's fine, yeah. I need
Appreciate
some
that.
details from you to put on a report.
You don't need my details now.
I do, to put on a report. How else am I
I could give you an email address, but you don't need my
I need the rest
details.
of the details.
Well, sorry, my love. I'm well frequented in this, alright? I've done it loads of times. You don't need my details. I could give you an email address. I can supply them at a later date if they're warranted. But at this moment
Do
in
you
time,
need details? Because we'll have to put on the other side of the report, which is you filming and breaching Section 4 National Security Act 2023, which was an offence. So we need the details to investigate it. I'm happy to. There's no necessity for arrest you at this point,
Okay.
but we'll have to investigate by way of like caution to get invited in for an interview.
So you're going to
So
caution me?
happens. No, this time it's a caution plus 3. What happens is you get
Right,
brought in for an
okay.
interview, a caution interview, but I'll need some details from you.
I won't. So if I don't provide those details, what will happen?
Well, then it comes under Code G and you have to be arrested.
Code G?
Code G of PACE.
Code
which
G
is a
of PACE.
necessity for an arrest,
Okay.
yes.
So under threat of arrest.
It's not threat of arrest.
Well, it is because. So if I don't provide my details, I will be arrested. Is that what you're saying?
There's a council called Code G then, so we can't investigate slow time because we've got no deals for you. If you have to provide your deals, you can invite in for an interview, you can give your side there,
Right.
that's fine. Otherwise, if I ain't got detail, we've got another contacting you, asking you to come in.
So you're going to. So I will be arrested.
As the officers explain their presence, contradictions begin to appear. One claims filming isn't illegal, then moments later implies it could lead to arrest under the National Security Act. The cameraman challenges them on this inconsistency, pointing out that tourists film in London every day. The officers mention CCTV reports that he filmed through fences. He asks to see proof. The discussion exposes the gap between assumption and evidence, between what security says they saw and what the camera actually shows.
Arrest me.
Yeah.
So that's a threat of arrest.
That's not a threat of
Yeah,
arrest.
if I
That is
don't
what, 'cause
provide-
the offence has been committed.
Okay, right. Have you seen any evidence of me?
So we've
sort of
had from the
doing this?
security,
Have you seen any evidence?
Two,
Have you seen any
and then
evidence?
we'll have to collect the evidence, won't we? Because we've got evidence to our CCTV.
Pardon? Oh, I understand that, but
Obviously,
but
as I said,
I've got the witness. It doesn't lie.
Obviously, that's fine. Obviously, if you want to show us the footage that could obviously disprove that, then
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to show
It's
us.
about
We could do it now.
it's about 40 minutes long. It's about 40. What? I don't think I should have to do that though. Like you know, you know I have a YouTube channel. You know I'm an auditor.
I do know that, but
So
I've
you
seen
you,
you
know I am an auditor. Okay. Your colleague has a slightly skewed understanding of what auditing is, but he wasn't far off the mark. So that's how you've messed up. If you do proceed to try and obtain my details, which I will provide under threat of arrest, I will provide it because I don't want to get arrested for it.
understand.
But you will all be liable to an IOPC investigation,
I completely understand.
and the Metropolitan Police will be liable to another civil claim against them
I understand.
for
Security staff allege that the cameraman pushed his phone through the fence to film inside the restricted area. Calmly, he dismantles the claim, asking how his large gimbal and phone could possibly fit through the narrow gaps. The officers falter. Logic is on his side, and the allegation begins to crumble. The cameraman calls it a false report, reminding them that knowingly making one is a criminal act. The officers hesitate, caught between enforcing rules and realizing the story doesn't add up.
Duty. He knows exactly what I'm doing here. I've clearly stated what I'm doing here, and you still think that somehow that's you have grounds to obtain my details under threat of arrest.
Yeah, as I've said, the offence has been committed. Like I say, part of the evidence is the witnesses.
Have you got their details?
I've got their details.
Yeah.
No, not
Why
all
not?
the time. Because we have to go through what's called ranger control. It's
Right.
a separate unit, because you can't speak to them direct.
Right, so I'm making an allegation. They've made a false police report.
That's okay.
So if you're going to act without fear or favour, you're going to stand on your oath today.
That's fine.
Then I would suggest you go and get their details
can
and
do that.
sort of say to them that if they don't provide those details, they'll be arrested, and they should be brought in for an interview under caution.
That's okay. If you want to make counter allegation, that's completely fine. Also, we'll need your details for both allegations, for the counter and this one. You have to provide them. I know you want a CAN number, I can get that for you now.
Why did you? The thing is, right? Why did you only mention it after I says I was going to make a counter allegation against the
mean?
security? So there was no talk of providing details or anything like that until.
So what happened is I went to go speak to them when I went off, and they've explained what's happened, and obviously mentioned the thing about it going through the gate, being filming the entrances.
Okay.
So that's.
Do you mind showing me, like, because honestly, look, you just take a walk along there. They're all pretty much the same.
Rather than not go back because they were filming the entrance
Well,
again out.
well,
and
I
then
think it's
doing it.
pertinent to your
I
investigation.
don't want to walk you towards it and you start committing an offence again.
No, don't be
Because
silly,
when you
come
film it,
on.
you know what I mean? Because you're
Like-
going to film it as we go past it. I'd rather not.
Well, I can film it from a public place. So the issue is, as well or not, the issue is, as well or not, I've breached the boundary, which then would SOCPA would apply, and your National Security Act 2023 would apply. That's the question as well. Not a breach the boundary.
It's not breaching. It's not about breaching boundary. It's
Well, it is, amount of
inspecting. So taking videos and photographs comes under inspecting.
Right. Okay.
If that
Do
makes
you know
sense.
much about this legislation?
A little bit, only like the working.
A little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit, but you threaten
I'm
me.
not a lawyer.
But you threaten me. You're not a lawyer, exactly.
No.
But you threaten me with arrest for not providing my details
I don't know
under the guise of
cases or
that
anything
piece of
like
legislation.
that, but I know the legislation.
Right. Use all
I'm happy
PCs
to-
here.
oh.
The conversation shifts into a legal standoff. Officers now demand his personal details to investigate. When he refuses, they threaten arrest under Code G of PACE, necessity for arrest. The cameraman points out the contradiction. If he's not detained, how can they force his information? The tone becomes colder, procedural. He clarifies that any details he gives will be under duress, not voluntary. It's a tense moment, rights clashing with enforcement, and both sides know how serious the implications are.
At this moment in time, if you have to provide your details, I have to do the slow time. If you don't want to provide your details, then obviously, as you said,
I will provide my details under threat of arrest, but what I'm asking
if
is,
you provide your details under that time.
am I being arrested right now?
Conversation at this point.
Pardon?
I'm just talking to you at this point.
Am I being detained at this point?
Not at this point. No, we're just talking.
And if I attempt to walk away, I will be arrested.
If you
Yes.
yeah, because that would then
Yes.
fall Code G, because then you would prevent escape as well as obtaining your details.
All right. Okay.
As you said, you're happy to provide
Yeah, I'm not doing it
details,
here.
so I'm happy
We'll do it in the privacy of one of your cars, if that's all right.
That's fine, yeah, we'll
Because you've
walk
got members
to
of
the
public,
back,
and I don't give out my
Yeah,
details
no,
willy
yeah,
nilly.
cool. Yeah, no, we'll
But this is under duress. I am doing it under threat of arrest.
The cameraman presses harder, questioning whether they've seen any actual evidence of wrongdoing. They admit they're acting only on a report from security, not first-hand proof. When he announces he'll make a counter-allegation for a false report, the officers seem caught off guard. Suddenly, they insist they'll need his details for both investigations. It's a striking reversal. The accused becomes the accuser. This moment captures the essence of the audit, accountability running both ways.
Who's got a flat tyre?
Oh,
Who's driving on that?
Oh, that's
Whose car is that?
it's fine when I set off. So
No, I'm sure it was. Of course it was. Did you do all your inspections? What happened? What happened to your car?
Oh, well, I must have popped it on the way.
You must have popped it on the way. That sounds like an admission of careless driving to me.
I know, okay,
I don't think you're. What happened to your tyre, first and foremost?
I checked it this morning.
Are you
and it was
driving on the road illegally at this
fine.
moment in time?
Definitely not. As I said, I checked it this morning as part of my DI in the car, and it was fine.
So what happened to it?
come on, if you wanna,
What happened to it?
I don't know. I just found it flat like you did.
So careless driving then?
No, okay, I was driving whatsoever. As I pulled up,
Dri-
it was
Get
fine.
on with this.
Driving without due care and attention?
No,
How
definitely
can you not know you've popped your tyre?
As well, because it just popped now when we drove off.
It popped now when you drove off.
No, I didn't say pop now. I said when we drove off, as we've been driving, there's been no issues with it. And when I did,
When asked if he's detained, the officers say no, but also confirm that if he walks away, he'll be arrested. The logic collapses in real time. He agrees to provide his details inside the car, repeating that he's doing so under threat of arrest. It's quiet but powerful. He complies only to protect himself legally, not out of submission. The camera captures the imbalance perfectly: an officer with power, a citizen with a camera, and a system struggling to justify its own pressure.
The checks in the morning.
Looks a bit baldy, to be honest. Do you mind if I have a look? That is the taxpayer's car after all. Well, I don't know about that, mate. That looks a bit dodgy, you know. That's driving without due care attention or something like that. But how can you not know you popped your tyre? Like, could you not feel it pull when you're driving?
As I say, it was fine when I was driving.
Sure.
But this is, we're going around in circles.
You know, if you're involved in a collision, you have to go a mandatory breathalyzer test. You know that? Have you been drinking today?
Me?
Yeah. Can I see your license, proof of insurance, and MOT certificate, please?
Definitely not.
Right, anyway.
Where's the aircon?
Can I jump in the front if that's alright?
The front?
Yeah.
Make sure there's,
Yeah, just I don't like being cooped up in the back.
Yeah, no. Just gonna need to go downstairs.
Unreal. Nah. I mean, you can't drive away with me in the back then, eh?
No,
Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been MI6 again. What an absolute carry on. These police officers seriously just can't help themselves. It's just, I don't know why they feel the need to deal with things in this manner. It's absolutely preposterous. Absolutely preposterous. But it is